gets under my skin. You're doing damage, and nobody's ever been. Do I gotta chase you every summer? Can I have to replace you every summer? You're the only woman on my mind. You're the only way I spend my time. Tick, 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 boom. Can't get you out of the room of my head. Take two, is it too soon to get you into my... I want you now. I need you off the ground. I want you not loud. I want you right now. I can't help it right now.
You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, and blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage. Nobody's ever been. Do I gotta face you with another? I'll never replace you with another. You're the only man that's on my mind. You know that nobody right. Tick, 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 boom. This ain't a honeymoon. We all night instead. Sleep.
Now I...
The 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
I miss you too,
and I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Yeah, me too. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the Washington Wizards. Well, for Washington, this is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had a winning record against them, going 2-1. Some teams fast out of the gate, others not so lucky. Kenny, for the teams that have started slowly, how do they turn the tide?
You know what? About a week ago, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and I was like, when that happens, you can't panic. The season's just begun. Identify the real problems before you start tinkering on things.
Sometimes a lineup change can help. Things may just have to work themselves out, though.
Time now for tip-off. We get it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. We've got the Washington Wizards facing the New York Knicks. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, John Wall was the #1 overall pick in 2010, but he still thinks he's got a lot left to prove. Now, a bone spur in his knee held him back for several years. He's gotten the surgery now, and he says, some people get their success early. Some get theirs late. I feel like my time is just beginning. Kevin?
Certainly one to watch, David. Thanks. And I'll tell you, Brent, a lot of distractions for the Knicks over the last few years.
Well, quite a number of coaching changes, obvious changes to the front office, so that means you're turning in a different direction. And some people in the Knicks organization really having a hard time just getting along with one another.
It'll be the Wizards off the tip, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Washington, Beal and Porter make up the perimeter. Inside, we've got Morris and Howard, and it's Wall in at point guard. And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul. Hardaway kicks to Hazonia. Fires top of the key. Morris with the rebound.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Now Hazonia. He feeds it to Cantor. Count it. Good.
The number of go-to moves and a soft touch. Cantor can crush you inside.
Here's Wall. No good. Shot missing. The Knicks go the other way with it. Here's Ntilikina. knocks down the 3 ball. Ntilikina's got himself on the board with 3 there.
5-4.
Wizards have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Baseline try. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And the tight defense there only seems to increase Wall's focus. Gives him a little extra lift on the jumper.
Wall with the steal. Goes up.
Oh! Wow! We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Porziņģis is doubled. Here's Ntilikina, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porziņģis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Gotta love the fact that going vertical is a major part of what makes him so difficult as a point guard to defend, especially around the rim.
And the dunk by Porziņģis.
Porziņģis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
From the baseline. And again, John Wall. Wall's got 8 points. The Knicks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Wall. Ntilikina kicks to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Pass to Ntilikina. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. Ntilikina's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Knicks.
12.
Washington with the ball. And Wall. Here we go now. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
Screen by Porziņģis. Ntilikina kicks to Porziņģis. Count that bucket. Porziņģis has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Yeah, you want Porziņģis, especially with that kind of size, if you're the coaching staff, to go in and dominate on the glass. Do something on the interior. We're seeing that now.
A guy who converts well at the rim, you like to see the aggression there.
Yeah, it's the first quarter, and he's already in attack mode, setting the tone right here.
And Greg, last season there were some signs that maybe some of his teammates didn't like playing with John Wall. Why would they say that?
You know, Wall sits almost every season in the top 3 in assists. Not a stat you associate with selfishness. Sometimes it's really about personalities.
And that one falls for Wall.
And Wall has said he wants to be in the MVP conversation moving forward. A terrific floor general with unreal athleticism.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the 3, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates. Briefly take a look at the stats for Kristaps Porziņģis. Coming off a terrific season, averaged about 22 points per, almost 2.5 blocks and 6 rebounds. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy, all elements right now working together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
Here's Ntilikina. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And John Wall, such a multifaceted game, it almost feels wrong to call him a pure point guard. But that's what he is, isn't he? Just loves to set up his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And he can score at a high level, but it helps him as a playmaker. Guys thrive playing alongside him because he commands so much attention.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Ntilikina. He's got 8. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Ntilikina's got 10 points.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Wall, no luck.
Ooh, the D did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was in for sure.
Pass to Azania. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. Washington leading now by 3. Unloads from 13. Wall missing again. New York's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Ntilikina. Misses off the right iron. And the Wizards with possession. Here's Howard. And it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
Howard showing great mobility there. Solid at getting past the defense on that drive.
Here's Ntilikina. 10 points for him. Pass to Hardaway. The wide open look here for Porziņģis. And the Knicks miss again.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. And they dodged a bullet there.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
Well, in the summer of 2017, when Otto Porter signed that 4-year, $107 million contract with the Wizards, it was widely questioned. Well, it's been worth every penny thus far as he's become one of the best small forwards in the game.
First free throw is good. And that small forward position that Porter plays, maybe the most important position in the league. You think of LeBron James. You think of Greg KD.
Yeah, and Porter able to kind of hold his own on both ends. The Wizards' most impactful defensive player. He takes on those big-time players night in and night out.
And Porter drops them both. Opening night is upon us. Every team looking to come out of the gate strong. As we know, only half are going to get to the end.
Don't tell them that, Kevin.
I know you can't.
Let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
It is a long season. The teams, as we've seen in the past, sometimes what we're watching here tonight, 6 or 7 members of that team might not be on it come February. So got to temper your expectations. Watch the way guys have maybe improved from last season coming into this season. Excited about young teams and the opportunity of their potential, but things can change quickly in this league.
But don't you love the optimism at this time of year?
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Everybody's fired up for the opportunity to show what it is, especially as a player, what you worked on in the offseason to bring it to the hardwood and show your coaching staff the type of work you put in.
Porziņģis, that's a 2. Offensive rebound. The pass to Azania. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Beal. They set the pick. To the paint and stolen by Howard. Beal drives in, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Howard's got 3 assists in the game. Knicks trail by 11. Azania on the wing to stop the run. Good on the triple. Azania's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
An active passer with good awareness. When Ntilikina spots the open teammate, he gets it to him. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Passes it to Porziņģis. All with the steal. And here we go. Washington fast break. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Well, it's so nice to have the early lead. This is where you want to stick with what's working until somebody shuts you down.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And Bradley Beal earning that first All-Star nod in 2018, a top 20 scorer. He can hurt you from just about anywhere on the court.
So for the Knicks, Knox, he's checked in for Cantor. Lee comes in for Mario Hezonja. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Ntilikina. And a switcher also for Washington. Rivers checked in. And Beal just turned 25. Have we seen his best, or do you think he can take his game to even another level?
I think the key is going to be him staying healthy. Injuries have kind of plagued him early in his career. With health, he'll be able to refine his game and fortify his defense and expand that offensive repertoire.
Now, watching Porziņģis shoot, man, it's a thing of beauty. 7-3, great form, great touch. Nice looking shot there.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
Here's Lee following the bucket by the Wizards. Howard drives in, and it's slammed in by Howard.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
And here are the Knicks now after the basket by Washington. Porziņģis passes to Lee. Doubled by Howard. Back to Porziņģis. And he overshot that one, missing.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. They're not going to miss those all that often.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Mudiay after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Beal with the steal. Rivers dishes to Beal. Now here's Rivers. That's a great dunk!
Freakish.
Man overboard.
Wow.
Yeah, not easy trying to keep Howard off the offensive boards. He excels at using his muscles and his size to get great positioning.
Now here's Mudiay. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Well, it's clear that Porziņģis has some athleticism. That dunk right there, ferocious.
Here's Beal. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Porziņģis is double. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
If anything could change the momentum, it's that kind of play. Cloud of smoke has people standing on their feet.
There's Lee with the three. Rebound, Washington. To the middle, Lee with the steal. Right side, Hardaway. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for the Wizards.
And they haven't needed a whole lot of work done inside because of what their guards are doing. It's been an outstanding performance by the fellas in that backcourt.
And here's Mudiay. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
That's exactly what you want Mudiay doing. Seeing the open man and firing that pass over to him for the clean look.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. returning to New York with a 4-year, $71 million contract that surprised many. He's got to shoot better than he did last season to be worth that kind of money.
On Baker, he's checked in for New York. And then for Washington, Jeff Green is checked in for Markieff Morris. Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Zedaransky subbed in for Bradley Beal. And Hardaway, of course, the son of former All-Star point guard Tim Hardaway, who played with the Warriors in the Heat.
Yeah, I mean, Hardaway Jr. much more comfortable, I think, off the ball in terms of spotting up and attacking. Definitely has worked on his ball handling and creating a little bit more of his own offense.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Porziņģis making his return after ACL surgery last season.
It's just nice to see him back. I mean, you remember that injury just took the wind out of the Knicks and their fans. However, it set their direction as they took a more long-term developmental approach.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Brent, we've got great dunkers now, but you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still
Sean Kemp.
Oh, so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top. MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
Now here's Moutier. Kelly Oubre unable to get his last shot to go. And the basket by Knox.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
A little over-aggressive. He's got to dial it back if he wants to stay on the floor. 2 fouls in the first. Tough to overcome.
Burke, he's checked in for New York. Knicks trail by 9. Here's Knox. A three from Porziņģis. Come on. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Dwight Howard. He's coming off an excellent season. 3rd in rebounding, 7th in blocks, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And as you said, a top 3 rebounder last season. He just seems to know how the shot's going to come off the rim, and he always hustles to get there. Baker. No good on the quick 3. Wizards leading by 9.
Woo! Okay. Aggressive move off the dribble. You could see the confidence growing right now for Austin Rivers.
.127 left to play in the first quarter. They double him with Rivers.
Wizards foul. Austin Rivers. That's his first personal foul.
New York shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
That one is off. And he ends up missing both free throws. Washington leading now by 11. Here's Satoransky. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got 5 assists tonight.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Now here's Burke. Here's Porziņģis. And the dunk by Porziņģis.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. In the 3rd spot, Dwight Howard.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Knicks trail by 11. Screen by Porziņģis. Baker kicks to Burke. Knocks the pass to Baker. And a wide open look for Lee. Drops in the tray. Lee's got his first 3 points of the game.
Good job by Courtney Lee catching the defense by surprise.
And Howard with the stuff.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Whew, up by double digits already and no sign of let up.
New York shooting it from their comfort zone so far in this one, 57% from the field. There's Baker. He's guarded by Rivers. That shot wide open. And that's now 17 points for Porziņģis.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. Over in the corner, Lee. And it's off from three-point range.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard. And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
John Wall getting it done for Washington. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Growing up the youngest of five with 4 older sisters, John Wall said it taught him a lot. And Wall had his challenges certainly growing up. We all know those stories, losing his father at a young age, but his mother, his aunts, Greg, his sisters, they protected him.
It helped him to get where he is now. We see it so often. A young man making it to the NBA is really a victory for the entire family.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Love the pace they're playing with. Anytime you can get your offense going without the defense setting up, got a huge advantage.
We've got Lee. Burke is out there with Baker. And there's Porziņģis. And it's Knox in at the 4. They're the group New York will start the second with.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Gwynn.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Here's Burke following the bucket by the Wizards. 6 to shoot. Out to Lee. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Lee's got 6.
That's a nice job. You got to have some technical footwork in order to knock down an opportunity like that, and Courtney Lee coming through.
The shot by Mahimi, no good. Knicks trail by 7. Pass to Knox. Second chance shot, and he lays it up and in. He has 6.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass. And a tremendous opportunity for David Fizdale to re-energize his coaching career. Just that short stint he had in Memphis. He's a smart guy, a ton of charisma, which, of course, the New York fans are going to react to and try to rework this roster and find some talent and push forward.
Good on the bucket.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Baker kicks to Porziņģis. Over Mahimi. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Porziņģis.
It's a nice-looking stroke from the mid-range. Porziņģis, at his height, he knows it. He can get that shot off anytime he wants.
And when it came to hiring Fizdale, the Knicks went so far as to contact their former coach, Pat Riley.
Yeah, Pat, a bit of Knicks royalty with his success in the Big Apple, said this about Fizdale, that he's got a great mind and that he'll be mentally prepared for everything New York throws at him. So good choice for the Knicks, and we'll see how he performs in the big city.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, the Knicks hope to build a contender around their star player, Kristaps Porziņģis. He said playoff experience would be huge at this point in my career. The sooner, the better. That's the only thing I'm focused on. What I need to do on the court to play better, make my team win. Kevin, we'll see if they can get there together.
Thanks, D.A. First one falls for him.
You know, Kelly Oubre is an X factor for the Wizards. Last season, stepping into the six-man role, still very young. He could help take them to the next level.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Enes Kanter's checked in for Knox. Mario Hezonja comes in for Lee. And it's Ntilikina in for Ron Baker. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And Kelly Oubre taken after 1 year at Kansas with the 15th pick of the 2015 draft.
You know, he came in as a raw prospect, a five-star recruit in high school, plenty of potential. The Wizards not a lot of salary flexibility, no longer drafting in the lottery. Oubre might be their best shot at improving from within.
Knicks trail by 5. They get a hand on it. Burke, the pass to Porziņģis. Some nice passing by New York here. Kanter trying to free himself up, and that one's good. Burke.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Over the last decade or so, a huge transformation, Brent, in the way games are played. Do you see any additional changes on the horizon?
I wonder if the league will think about, and I think it'd be interesting, if they had a three-point line that just disintegrated into the sideline. We have the split, and we have the archway, right? We go down the sidelines. It'd be really interesting if the league, maybe in Summer League, experimented with the three-point line being equidistant the whole way around.
And going right out of bounds.
Yeah, so right out of bounds, it eliminates the corner three. It would impact the way you would defend the corner shot, because now it doesn't have a value of 3. 1 point more for a shorter shot seems to be a little unfair as it is, and we know it's the most valuable shot in basketball.
There's no doubt.
But I wonder how that would look, and maybe Adam Silver and the committee will look at a Summer League where the three-point line just disappears in the sideline, eliminating the corner three.
Here's Wall. Tries again, and Green puts it in. Green's got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
New York calls timeout.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort, because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Trey Burke. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Washington. Here's Kanter. Over Mahinmi. Will it go? That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Porziņģis.
So Porziņģis can post you up, he can face you up, he can penetrate from outside. This kid is impressive.
Took him no time at all on that one. Wall's got 9 points now in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
For New York, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. There's the pick. Ntilikina kicks to Kanter. Hardaway against Porter. Here's Kanter. The shot off that time. Now Washington takes it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Knicks trail by 10. To the paint. It's stolen by Mahimi. One-on-one fast break. And that one's good. Green's got 8 points.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
They've also taken care of some of the details in this game, and that's why they're ahead.
And the dunk by Porziņģis.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. New York's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Ntilikina kicks to Porziņģis. Hardaway passes to Ntilikina. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. 15 points in the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Wizards lead by 12.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
Poked away. And here we go. Washington fast break. Wall with the ball.
He is a monster in transition. Wall operates in the open court at an elite level. I'm not sure there's anyone who finishes better on the break.
New York shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Wall. From outside the arc, Ntilikina can't hit. Wizards leading by 14. Wall attacking. Here's Mahimi. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Mahimi's got his first 2 points. The Knicks shooting 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks. And Kanter throws it down.
Well, the size, length, and power of Kanter on full display that time.
Now here's Wall. Defense right on him. Banked in off the glass. Wall's got 34 points. Ntilikina kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Ntilikina. And now here's Hazonia. Here's Ntilikina. And he banks in the layup. Ntilikina's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. Like to see his guys step up a little more.
Washington calls timeout. And Frank Ntilikina, you know, Brent, he has shown tremendous promise, but also has all the usual growing pains of a young player.
Well, entered the league at just 19 years of age, and a lot of questions about the level of competition in France before it is that Frank made his way over to the Big Apple. But he's a very versatile defender and showed some great flashes last year of lateral quickness, good length, and, of course, great instinct on that end of the floor.
And New York making a change here. Moutier is checked in. And then for Washington, Morris is checked in for Green. Bradley Beal comes in for Meeks. And it's Rivers in for John Wall. Rivers with it. Now defended by Moutier. A nice shot by Rivers.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
Now here's Moutier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, they were hanging all over him there, and he did an outstanding job fending off their attack and having one of his own.
And it goes out of bounds. That went off Mahinmi. And here's a shot chart now, getting a better perspective on where he's been shooting the ball from.
This has been a pleasure to watch. The rhythm he has in his game right now, the ease with which he's able to release these shots from beyond the arc. The defense just has no answer for him. And if he's going to continue to make threes like he has, Katie bar the door.
Ntilikina, good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got 4 assists in the game.
Porziņģis, really good job there of setting a good hard screen and not giving up the contact to get to the ball before his teammate had a chance to score.
So it's Washington now. At one point, they led by 16. Shoots from 12. Ntilikina with the rebound. Knicks trail by 12. The feed to Moutier. Washington with the rebound. Left side, Porter. Over Hardaway. That's good from Porter on the assist from Beal. And that's now 6 points for Otto Porter Jr. Cantor with a screen on Rivers. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Bangs home the trifecta. Hardaway has got his second bucket of the night.
That's one of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s favorite shots. Not just the ones that go in, but from that spot on the floor.
They get it back. They get the rebound. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. And now the Knicks on the break, pushing it up. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Ntilikina.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
A nice shot by Rivers.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
So for the Knicks, Knox, he's checked in for Porziņģis, and it's Ron Baker in for Frank Ntilikina. Washington calls timeout. Well, you look at some of the analytics, and the best-rated player on the Wizards might surprise you. None other than one Otto Porter Jr.
And he's really become an impact player at both ends of the floor. One of the glue guys on this squad. He just impacts the game in so many ways, and sometimes it escapes unnoticed.
Lee's checked in for the Knicks.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Enes Kanter. Last season, he played outstanding. 5th in field goal percentage, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now here's Moutier. He's guarded by Rivers. Knox. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Cantor.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And that one's good by Porter.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
New York's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. The pass to Lee, and the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. 5th on the list, Enes Kanter.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
So it's the Wizards now. At one point, they led by 16, and the shot is good. 10 points for Beal.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Baker with the bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Rivers can't get it to go. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Washington making some changes. Howard comes in for Mahimi. And Satoransky subbed in for Porter. Knicks trail by 11. They double him with Rivers. Passes it to Knox. Down low. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Well, the Wizards shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. Lee with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Baker. Finished off the break. Baker's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Knicks.
Lee does a great job of sticking with it and then finding a teammate.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. New York shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Baker with the bucket.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. To the inside, Cantor. Here's Knox. And the layup's good off the glass. Knox has got 6 here in this quarter.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
And it goes down 2 points. And that's 12 points for Beal.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
Lee outside. Pass to Knox. Morris with the block. Satoransky with it. The layup off target. Stolen by Satoransky. And the first half is now in the books. Wizards lead by 11. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Obviously have to maintain that in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. You gotta love the John Wall we saw in the first. He had 34 points and 4 steals. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Ernie, in the stratosphere? Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
And Kenny, your take on New York?
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. So on the floor for Washington. Inside, we've got Morris and Howard. Beal and Porter, the talented wing set. And it's Satoransky in at the 1 spot. New York moving the ball around. Feeds it to Cantor. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
A poor choice by the defender. Cantor is a sizable guy to wrap up, but you have to do it or risk giving up the bucket plus a free throw.
And you look at Cantor's numbers, you would have thought he would have gotten more minutes sprint over the years.
Yeah, kind of interesting that he's averaged a little over 20 minutes a game thus far, and the NBA is now about stretching the floor and matching up against multi-positional players, and maybe that's keeping Ennis from pushing the 30-minute mark.
That's good from Cantor.
The former Turkish star and 3rd overall pick in the 2011 draft, Cantor is still trying to become a dominant force at the NBA level. He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Ntilikina kicks to Porziņģis. Hardaway against Porter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Cantor. Pass to Ntilikina. Knocked away. Wall with the steal.
Trying to... Oh, wow.
Hello.
That's a beautiful jam.
Wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
And that was an Unleash Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. There's a good screen to the paint. Here's Porziņģis. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got 6 assists here tonight.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Knicks now, down by 12. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Hardaway with a wide open look. Rebound, Washington. Howard's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, "Sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader." Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you. Here's Ntilikina following the basket by John Wall. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Beal dishes the Wall. Got a hand on it, and they're able to recover. And that one's good by Porter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
New York calls timeout. You look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
I mean, he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively. look here at the numbers for Otto Porter. He had a strong showing last season. 3rd in three-point shooting, and he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
And he's the best kind of three-point specialist, the kind that doesn't need a lot of shots to light up the scoreboard. That's why he was top 3 in percentage last year. Hardaway, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Morris with the bucket. Morris has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
They get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Wall.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around as his energy is contagious out there right now. And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Porziņģis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porziņģis.
And the pass to Ntilikina. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Markieff Morris.
Substitution for the Wizards. Oubre.
Washington leading now by 15. Here's Wall. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wall's got 42 in the game.
He's hit the proverbial switch, effortlessly finding different ways to score.
Ntilikina kicks to Hardaway. To the middle. The shot's good from Ntilikina. Ntilikina's got 23.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Now here's Wall, and he has 42. Hardaway from outside. The Knicks rebound. Howard against Cantor. Down low. Ntilikina, and he lays it straight in. Ntilikina's got 4 points this quarter.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
Wall's shot is good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Ntilikina. 25 points in the game. No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Passes to Porziņģis. Uncovered. He gets it in there. He's got 27.
Well, that's a patented move, I think, for Porziņģis. Excellent with the catch and shoot.
Here's Wall. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Ntilikina's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hardaway for 3. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Wall. Another shot. And there's the nice layup by Howard. Howard's got 14.
And Howard always one of the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Ntilikina passes to Porziņģis. And the 3 off target.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Wall, no luck. Knicks trail by 17. They get a hand on it. Wall with the steal. Porziņģis with the block.
And with his length, Porziņģis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Here's Ntilikina. And the dunk by Porziņģis.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Wall's shot is good. Wall's got 46 points.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
On the wing, Hardaway. teardrop shot, and it's good on the layup.
A terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Here's Wall. Nice D from Porziņģis. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they've put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Washington shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Knox, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Lee comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Baker, he's checked in for Hezonja. And it's Mudiay in for Frank Ntilikina. That one misses for Wall. Knicks trail by 19. There's Lee with the 3. And it's Rivers with the rebound. And Courtney Lee out of Western Kentucky, a consistent 3-and-D veteran.
And, you know, more of a journeyman's career, but I'll tell you what, he's a winner and competes, does those little things, and, boy, he makes some big shots.
For Washington, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Wall. Good on both. Here's Baker. He has 6. Pass to Mudiay. Here's Knox. Over Green. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
And Wall. Here we go now. And it's good for 2.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over him.
Now here's Porziņģis. He's got 29 points. Pass to Knox. No one near Mudiay as he lets it go. No good with the triple. Washington leading now by 21. Oubre dishes the Wall. Connects again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Now here's Mudiay. He's guarded closely. They set the screen. And Porziņģis, here we go.
Kristaps Porziņģis, standing 7'3". He's played power forward early in his NBA career, but with that height, his future, it could be at the center position.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
2 shots.
And he makes the first.
No, problematic or an Achilles heel for a lot of young bigs is consistency from the free throw line. Really hasn't been a problem for Porziņģis.
And Washington making a change here. Meeks is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Washington leading now by 21. It's Wall with the drive. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got assist number 5 here tonight. And with Porziņģis having the ACL tear, Greg, maybe losing some of his lateral quickness, perhaps accelerating his move to the 5.
I mean, part of his rehab was hitting the weights and just adding strength. I think, if anything, his offensive skill set, though, even more impactful at the 5.
Here is Wall, following the basket by Kristaps Porziņģis. For Washington, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
And he sinks the second. A difficult situation for New York. Mudiay kicks to Lee. From 13, Porziņģis can't hit.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Rivers, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. That's 12 points for Austin Rivers.
Well, Howard showing some nice poise there. He scanned the floor well and firing a good, hard, crisp pass to his teammate. I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
It's Wall with the drive. That one goes in. Wall's got 59 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now here's Mudiay, covered by Wall. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
What's interesting about Mudiay is how cavernous the gap is between the strengths and weaknesses that he has. On the plus side, he creates shots for himself, but how many of those shots is he actually going to make? The other part about his game, though, is his distribution is pretty solid. So if he plays in the pick and roll, he can find teammates.
A free throw good from Mudiay. Another thing about Mudiay, really good on-ball defender. That marks him.
Well, a better defender when his man's in front of him and not as good at chasing guys through screens. He seems to either get bumped off route or try to take shortcuts that cost him. But offensively is where it is he needs to just be better at decision-making and get that jump shot to be more consistent.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Mudiay must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
New York shooting it well here in the 3rd, about 50%. Burke kicks to Lee. No good on the 3.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Again, the Wizards score.
Austin feeling the pull-up that time, reading the defense and not deciding to take it too far into the D.
Now here's Burke. Defense is right there, and he comes up with the deuce. 6 points for Emmanuel Mudiay.
Not sure you can ask for a better look. He can make those shots while sleeping.
Howard with the stuff.
And the D may be a little bit shaken right now. Howard is lighting them up and doing it in a variety of ways.
New York shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Inside, here's Knox. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Knox has got 6 in the quarter.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
There's 48 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Here's Burke. Rebound, Washington. Here's Rivers. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Moutier kicks to Porziņģis. Back to Moutier. Morris with the rebound. Moutier's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Here's Meeks. Lays it up off the glass. Meeks got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And then there's the other team. Can't say that about them. Big gap in the recent field goal percentage between these two squads.
Here's Howard. Nice D from Porziņģis. 1 second left. And no good trying to get that one. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. It's the Wizards opening up a huge gap. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. They've got Thomas. Trey Burke is out there with Knox. And it's Dotson in at the 2 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Now here's Burke. Here's Cornette. Second shot opportunity. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
One shot behind the lanes.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Washington shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Here's Meeks. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Here's Mahimi. New York shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. There's the foul. It's on Mahimi. That's his first foul. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
Well, I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. Now Burke to the middle, and he jams it with authority.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. And so here is New York after the basket by Washington. There's the foul. It's on Mahimi. That's foul number 2 for him. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Some nice passing by New York here. To the paint. Here's Cornette. Sinks that one from the post. For Washington, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Outside, Meeks. The Knicks pull it in.
Hey, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
Washington shooting 66% right now. This offense getting everything they want out there. Misses the three.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Knocks it loose. Here's Dotson. Makes it off the glass. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Brown. Dotson with the rebound. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Mahimi's got 8 points in the quarter. The Knicks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Here's Brown. Here's Satoransky, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's the kind of guy who does things that breaks the backs of their opponents because they're about wanting it more than the other guy you're up against.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And it goes on a bounce. That one is off Smith.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Dotson kicks to Cornette. To the middle. And he converts the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Meeks. Banked in off the glass.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Inside. It's tipped. It's stolen by Mahimi. Here's Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
The Knicks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Here's Dotson. Second shot opportunity. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Thomas passes to Burke. There's no longer a home and road designation as far as light and dark jerseys. Is that an issue at all? I mean,
not really. It's a little off-putting. Some games where you just flip on and your
trying
brain's
to figure out where they are. Exactly.
Where's this game being played?
Yes.
But with how many alternate jerseys last year teams had and specialty jerseys they had, it's a lot of fun to see the apparel companies paint a different picture on the floor.
Doubled by Smith. Thomas passes to Knox. Cans the shot from the wing. Knox has got 20 points. For Washington, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, maybe the shot selection in the first half took him out of a rhythm, but in the second half, he's making everything.
Burke, the pass to Knox. Here's Cornette. He's guarded by Meeks.
Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
The Wizards have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Here's Satoransky. That's tipped. Here's Knox. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And New York making a change here. Baker's checked in, and a switcher also for Washington. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Brown.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction, and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Burke kicks to Cornette. Here's Knox. The pass to Cornette. 6 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. And the call against Lance Thomas. That's his first foul. And Washington making a change here. Green's checked in.
Jeff Green.
Washington's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Deflects the pass. Oubre with the steal. The finish. And finished off by Oubre.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true. And here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
To the inside. And the basket by Knox. Knox has got 4 points in the quarter.
A fantastic awareness, finishing with ease at the rim, and the defense was just not effective.
Oh!
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
And here is Burke. Passes to Knox. No one near him. The rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. From deep. The Knicks pull it in. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Down low, here's Thomas, and he gets the bucket.
Right in Thomas's wheelhouse, known for good shot selection. He executes this time on the inside.
Mahimi's shot is good. Mahimi's got 12 points in just the second half.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Inside. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Here's Meeks. Goes back up. Down low, Mahimi drops it in.
He's been incredible in this half. Anytime he pulls up from outside, you think that's bottoms.
Burke, the pass to Cornette. And that one is stuffed right through.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Here's the 3. Oubre can't get it to go. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. The Wizards shooting very well right now, 52% in this fourth quarter. Meeks outside. Offensive rebound. Mahimi, good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Burke kicks to Baker. Thomas a screen. They are now showing NBA games in virtual reality. You and I have actually seen some examples of that. They can recreate almost any angle. Have you gotten a headset?
I haven't gotten a headset, Kevin, but I have watched it. You and I have talked about it several times.
Many times.
It's an amazing experience, and it will only get better. But I really think about if I was a kid growing up in Germany or Italy, and I had an opportunity to pull on a pair of goggles and to watch the game's greatest players from a seat at half court or the cameras that they set up underneath the goal at either end. What a fantastic way to be enveloped by the NBA game.
It's a cool view.
It's a very cool view, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah. Rivers, he's checked in for Jody Meeks. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And you know, Ron Baker, a guy who always seems, Brent, to be fighting for a roster spot.
Man, a walk-on in college, went undrafted, but then really had a great summer league and steadily improving his game. That's the amazing thing, that it, at his age, adds something to his game every offseason, and those instincts, both on the floor and off, have given him an opportunity in the NBA.
Now, here's Moutier. Down low, out of bounds. Washington takes possession. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming into town. Then on Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
Do you think it seems like young players are more receptive to stints in the G League than they were in the past?
I feel that way.
Seems
Kevin,
that way, yeah.
Like the stigma of what was used to be the D League, and maybe it was because those were the grades that I had, that you felt a little weird about it. But now that it's the G League, and now that, like we talked about, almost half the players last year had some kind of touch with the G League, I think that stigma has mostly gone away.
Are you saying you were a G student?
Well, when I gave my mom my report card, she said, "Gee, you got 4 A's." Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Mahinmi trying to get open. No good with the layup. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Kanter able to finish.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Kanter is a monster on the offensive glass.
And finished off by Oubre.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Poked loose. So it's the Knicks now. Doubled by Oubre. To the paint. Lee gets the bucket. Lee's got 6 points in the quarter.
Love how Lee is rising up quickly in the paint, using his speed to get the shot off before the D has a chance to react.
And a fast break now for New York. Goes up the baseline. Hits the front of the rim and out. Washington shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. The shot by Mahinmi, no good.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Wizards.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for John Wall.
And so many times on the defensive end showed off those quick mitts, jumped all over the opposition and swiped the ball away a number of times.
Brett, they're always trying to make the All-Star game itself more competitive. Is that an important thing to do?
I don't think overall it's important to do it, Kevin. I mean, it is an exhibition, but I do like the attentiveness of the players over the past couple of years talking about how it is they want to approach the game. It ends up being a high-scoring affair with a lot of highlights, but overall, it's not the most important thing for the weekend.
For the Knicks, Knox, he's checked in for Kanter. Lee comes in for Hardaway, and it's Baker in for Hezonja. And then for Washington, Jeff Green, he's checked in for Morris. Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr., and Satoransky subbed in for John Wall. Now, here's Moutier. Here's Baker. Green with the rebound.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
The drive by Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching!
You're right. Moutier with the ball. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
2 shots.
Two.
That one is off. He's off on the second. And so it's Washington with it. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
The team came in fired up from the opening tip to see the focus. They're ready to do battle.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
First free throw is good. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Washington calls timeout. What's your take, guys?
And now that you can tell there's some bad blood here. They're just rubbing it in now by calling a timeout.
Or could be just wanting to execute well down the stretch. Don't want to leave any room for chance.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. .24 seconds left in the game. Beal, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Baker in the corner. From beyond the arc, that shot misses. The drive by Beal. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. John, this team goes as you and Bradley go. What is it like having him with you out there?
Well, we just enjoy playing with each other. He makes things easy for me, pushing the ball in the fast breaks and having the opportunity to find him, and also getting open shots for myself. And he's helped me want to be consistent with my jump shot and making shots and trusting my energy and stuff.
You guys are growing together, John. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time.